through my art, I am giving stories built on my culture, built on my context, that's quite new to Western communities, quite new for Australians. From where I started as an artist, it takes me back at least like 25, 26 years ago. The moment I realized that I had these skills in me was when back in 2003, my father, he bought us a desktop computer. I started working around it, and then I was using Paint, if you believe it. Then I came along with Photoshop for the first time. I didn't go to a school or a course or to learn it. I just installed the program in my computer and started working with it. From time to time, I started realizing that there are things that I could do with computer, and then this is what I really wanted. So I spent most of my childhood and teenage times just working on those in Photoshop and mixing those pictures and so on. My father used to draw. I look up to him as an artist, and he had all his notebooks and all his work. Just we were surrounded with it, and we could see all the time. And then maybe at that time I did not realize it, but I just had the passion and the skills, I think, came to me genetically. In Afghanistan, I was working, and mostly I worked in education. Before coming to Australia, I was working with United Nations, UNESCO in particular, and I was managing a sector-wide program for education in UNESCO. I worked there for more than 3 years. Graphic designing has been always a passion. And I remember in 2009, I and two of my cousins, we established Afghanistan's first marketing company. It was called Red Eye. During the times that I was in Red Eye, that was really the time that I excelled my graphic designing skills, because I had all the opportunities to bring the change in graphic designing or in the graphic designing industry in Afghanistan. Being an artist is like seeing the world in color and black and white at the same time. You will have that ability that some other people might not have. Art is something, as I said, it's really an inspiration. So it always depends on how you feel. So there were times that I was feeling down, and one of my go-to points were graphic designing. Sit alone with myself, have some me time, and then work on something, and then by the outcome of my work, my mood was changed, and it was really something that helped me deal with the new circumstances or the cultural shock that you have when you settle in a new place. It's mesmerizing for me that how different things, just depending on my mood, was collided together and what outcome they produce. So that has been always an inspiration. Unlike other forms of art, graphic designing is kind of unlimited. The culture has been always there. Well, I come from a very rich culture from Central Asia, and particularly in Afghanistan. The history we have and the traditions we have, there are so much to share with the world. And one of the ways that to introduce that is through art. Gratefully, we have 5,000 years of culture and traditions in Afghanistan. Stories to tell. You go to every corner of Central Asia, there is a new story, there is a new tradition. And just introducing that to the Western world will take years, thousands of years again.